right, Sports Talk Nation. Welcome back once again. It's your host, the G-Man, as we continue with our 2016 team-by-team preview for the upcoming NFL season. Today we're going to talk about the Cleveland Browns. Now, it took everything in my power not to say the lowly Cleveland Browns or the dumpster fire that is the Cleveland Browns, but I have to be honest with you, that's what I think it's going to be again this year. I do think they made a great choice at head coach. I love Hugh Jackson. I think he will make that offense more respectable, but they have such a long way to go and so little tools to do it. They had trouble on defense. They lost guys on offense. They have a long way to go, but hopefully they can stay consistent, just take what the draft gives them and what free agency gives them and move slowly forward instead of trying to one quick fix it, because that's never going to work. From an offensive perspective, I expect it to be a little disjointed. I think Hugh Jackson is a good offensive coach, and I think they have a strong offensive line. I like Duke Johnson. I like Isaiah Crowell. I like the offensive line. RG3, I mean, who knows? I'm actually rooting for him. I think he got a bit of a bad, a bum deal. Yeah, he's a little bit of a baby, but he's a super talented guy. He's a super smart kid. You really wish the best for him. I think he has the brains to adjust his game from being that scramble, just go out and kill yourself and get hurt type of scrambling quarterback to where he can just kind of sit in the pocket and pick you apart, maybe use his legs for mobility a little bit. I think he can do that. Whether he can do it with the Browns or not remains to be seen, but I hope he does have a nice little renaissance. That said, I wouldn't bank on it. Where they really struggle offensively is with wide receivers. Now, they went with the quantity over quality, but they tried to go quality and quantity. But they picked up about 5 receivers in the offseason in the draft. Corey Coleman is probably the best of them out of Baylor, young guy. I don't know that he's got the makings of a star in the NFL. I mean, they were kind of screwed when they lost Josh Gordon, who just can't put the beers down, which again is idiotic. But the Browns are really, really struggling at the wide receiver position. Maybe this is the year somebody steps forward. They even lost Travis Benjamin, who was their best last year, and he was really just a deep threat. He split. So they're all new at the wide receiver area. Gary Barnidge had a huge breakout year as a tight end. There's no reason for me to not think that will continue, because I think they believe in using the tight end in that offense. Maybe Hugh Jackson filters it back a little bit, but you have to use the weapon you have. He's big, he's good in the red zone, so he's probably going to be their best offensive weapon. Defensively, I wish there was something good I could say. I think they're trying to do the right things. I love that they have one stud corner, but that's all they have. The other corners are brutal. The safeties are terrible. They don't get a pass rush. They're going to lose a lot of games, giving up a lot of points. They may score some points on the back end just because it's not going to be a blowout. The other team will take the foot off the gas late. But I do think it's going to be a tough year for the Browns. I'm calling for around 3-13. I know that's about where they were last year. I do think they will be better and more competitive, but I'm not sure it necessarily shows up in the win-loss column. Let's hope that Hugh Jackson gets turned around and RG3 gets another little chance. So with your 2016 team-by-team preview of the Cleveland Browns, I'm your host, the G-Man, and I am out.